Hey, welcome to New Jump City, everybody, where we recap the week in American and Japanese sequential art. I am your host, Christian, the unbiased king. There it is. And also joining me, it is the man, the myth, the legend, the tank top sage. It's Joshua. Gangsta Time Cole.
It should be called Gangsta Time. It's good, Chris.
Hey.
What up, everybody listening?
I am actually producing the show right next to me. It is my brother, Edgelord. Big news, Brian. Not that one. Not that one, Brian. Pause it, Brian. There's two big news Brians.
I don't see the other one.
Well, I guess that's Brian's drop.
Still think about Moda.
That's a pre-show chat show reference. But we are here. We are live. We are together. Very exciting for episode 315.
Man, I missed that big news Brian drop. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Well, in any case, we're here. Very excited. We're gonna talk about some manga today. But first, oh wait, actually, we don't do that anymore. How are you guys doing?
Yeah.
I forgot we don't do this.
I want to cut straight to the. I'm good. The only thing that's been on my mind is One Piece. I wake up and think about One Piece. I go to work and think about One Piece. And guess what, guys? When I go to sleep, what am I thinking about?
One Piece.
I was gonna say crack cocaine, but One Piece is number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in Dressrosa, right?
I am in Dressrosa, and and is thanks. Doflamingo's an asshole. Y'all knew that already, but what y'all didn't know is that Dressrosa is arguably the best arc in One Piece so far up to that point. Yeah, better than Water Shevin and Andy Schlappy.
Wow, that's a big one. That's a big one.
Yes. Do I have any grounds to stand on to back up what I'm saying?
I don't know.
I think so. I think I already talked about this last week, but Dressrosa is a really interesting story that examines how a nation can go from one state to another because of the people who are running it, the decisions being made. In this case with Dressrosa, it was a cartoonishly evil version of what can happen to your society when you let greedy maniacs take over.
Yeah.
You know, so I appreciate the real world parallels in Dressrosa to our life. So that's probably why I'm also putting it really high up there. But I think this is the first time that Oda started juggling many different characters that had a lot to say and a lot of purpose, and not just these oddball heroes that you'd see a couple times and then would come do something significant that unexpected in the, during the final fight. I mean, a lot of these characters hold weight. Like the gladiators all come from different places and have different motivations, who ultimately rally together behind a single cause at the end. But then you've got the people of Dressrosa, and then within the people of Dressrosa, you have the people who turn into fucking toys. You know, that dynamic of what they're dealing with every day, knowing they lost their life and loved ones, but still have to be around them. It's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So, like, what Luffy... Let me say that differently. What Luffy ended up falling into and causing to happen, you know, it made the people of that town like have to think as far as, you know, what is it that I'm trying to think of a really nice way to say this. Like, what power is it that you know they want to put their trust in? I guess that's the best way I can put it.
Mhm.
Chris and I had a conversation, talk a lot about how I really don't care how in One Piece, like, you know, they have this good king and bad king situation where I feel like there shouldn't be any type of sovereignty at all. However, it just boils down to that's probably just the flavor of the series, and that at least the good kings are really decent people that would probably be elected anyway.
Mhm.
Like King Riku, for example. He is someone that is not a king just because he was born into it, but because the people respected him and respected. First of all, the people respected the land because it was a peaceful land that respected the people on it and
Mhm.
valued life and everything it has to offer. Therefore, the people never had a reason to have to revolt and overthrow the kingdom in the first place. There wasn't a need for a revolution necessarily. And even when there was pretty, weird conflicts like with the Tentadas stealing from everybody, they're not that they were stealing from everyone. They didn't, a lot of people forgot about the old agreement made, like that the old king made, like with the Tentadas. What was that? 600 years ago?
Yeah.
800? Yeah, 600 years ago, after the Don Quixote's left.
Mhm.
It's just, yeah, I mean, like that. I already mentioned this, but the fact that like that's what I forgot about the series, that the Don Quixote ruled that land before the Riku royalty did, and how much different life was. Not like we didn't even really get account, like we couldn't get stories from the people from that time because maybe people don't remember, but the Tontadas did.
Yeah.
Shit was rough for them.
Yeah. The Don Quixotes are shitty to the Tontadas.
It made me think a lot about the Nefertiti's.
Mhm.
And also just how much glazing and how it will never ever end for Oda because of how he world builds and plants these seeds. Like, I'm trying to remember, aside from Riku and I guess this Punching King guy or whatever, because he's pretty chill. It's have there been any other kings that was super chill to their people like that, like going out their way to be chill like that?
Neptune's
He's
pretty
a
chill.
fishman, right?
Mhm.
So clearly part of the alliance,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yeah, you mentioned Cobra.
Yeah, Cobra. Well, we don't see many kings.
So that's the point I'm trying to like get to, I guess, saying that the kings that left, these were like what ended up being the celestial dragons, and I always wondered if they got to that point through time, through like just like through the ancestors, like generations and generations of just having that power that they degenerated into the people we see now, or were they always super terrible people?
Yeah, the
And I'm
idea.
pretty sure it's the latter.
Yeah, the idea is that the celestial dragons are the descendants of people who created the entity that is the world government.
Yeah.
So it's 20 kings. Alabasta was among them, but they did not go to Marie-Joie. They stayed behind, while the Don Quixote family and others all left a long time ago and
that's when the
lived
world
up there.
government was formed.
And
at that point,
seemingly inbred. I mean, there's no other way that it's possible, given the way they work, like how the dynamics are up there.
Yeah.
There's after this much time, there's some inbred celestial dragons up there for sure. And it's kind of like a Game of Thrones situation, I feel, where like there's a lot of like families being with each other in a way. In Marie-Joie,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I feel like it has to be the only way, because they wouldn't like procreate with what they view as lesser humans. It would have to be like a pure bloodline thing.
Yeah, eventually it would get to a point where everyone's like cousins.
To some degree, yes.
Right? Because there's only 20 families.
Yeah, there's only 20 families up there.
You divide that by 2, that's 10. Divide that by 2, that's 5. Someone's the oddball out already.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
At that point, it's only 2 generations to have.
Yeah, I feel like that's why the Cobras it's like no, thank you.
You guys are fucking weird. So the Cobras didn't have anything to do with forming the world government then?
No, they were there for that, but they didn't ascend to Marie-Joie with the rest of the.
That's what they did. So they all went to this place to form the government, but then they didn't ascend after.
Yeah, the world government was originally made up of 20 kingdoms, 20 governments, came together and created a coalition of some sort.
Mhm.
And then the leaders of those nations all left to live on Marijois for some reason. Probably because they all knew that shit was sinking. So they went up to the red line where they would be safe from the world sinking.
I can't wait till we get a little bit more background about those angel creatures. The Exceed?
The Exceed?
The Exceed? No, that's from Fairy Tale.
The Seraphim?
Wow.
No, the Seraphim. Oh, the Lunarians?
Yes, Lunarians.
Yeah, it's very interesting because
They killed the angels.
there's the Lunarians, but there's also like, the Skypians, the descendants of the Skypians that came down from the moon. But they have very similar wings, except like the Lunarians have black wings, where someone like Uruj, who's probably from Baja.
No, he's Birkin.
Birkin, sorry. Yeah, I messed it up. From Birkin has white wings, but they look the same. King and Uruj's wings are pretty much the same. Skypian wings like point upward, and this is something I realized recently. Like I learned about, like someone pointed out, is that there's the three the three like moon tribes that came down here have different styles of wings. Like all of Eneru's people, besides Eneru, they had like the longer wings that came down.
Eneru's from Birkin.
Yeah, they're from Birkin. He destroyed Birkin, so they're gone.
Damn.
Or is it Burka?
I think the English translation is Bilka, but it's Burka. And there's a third one that the Shandorians became. So it was the Shandorians.
Shout out to the Shandorians.
Yeah, the Shandorians, the Skypians, and the Bilkins or Birkins, however you want to call them. But I don't know how I got far in the weeds with this guy.
Yeah, it's Burka.
That Brett mentioned King.
Oh yeah, you mentioned the Lunarians. So yeah, we don't know how the Lunarians came to be. The idea is that they were the original inhabitants of the Red Line.
And them niggas got kicked off.
Oh yeah, they got colonized real fast, I guess.
Anyway, I don't really know. I want to save more of the dress. Like, I'm in the Luffy and whatever.
Fight.
Fuck it. Doflamingo fight. Gear 5 is here.
Gear 4.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. He was beating the shit out of
Bounce
Doflamingo.
Man.
Yeah,
Bro,
Doflamingo was not ready for that.
He hit that nigga and he flew like way far from the castle.
Mm-hmm.
And one of like Doflamingo's goons was like, "Oh my god, like what are you doing over here?" And he got up, mad as hell, bloody face, was like, "I'm trying to figure that out too." Like, what am I doing?
How did I get down here?
See, that's why I like Doflamingo. He's such a.
I actually do like Doflamingo.
Yeah, Doflamingo's a terrible person, but extremely
He might be
likable villain.
It's really hard because there's so many good villains in One Piece, but he is up there. Like he is top 3.
He has so much aura, and even when he was like breaking down, when villains start to lose their cool, he still was like, "I'm that fucking guy," Like it's. I think this was super cool because they both felt like they're main characters.
Yeah,
going against each other, and I felt this similarly with him and Moria, with Luffy and Moria.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Moria is definitely a dark reflection of Luffy if he had lost his crew early, like on a real level. Because that's what happened to Moria, is that his entire crew was killed by Kaido, and so he just kind of gave up on life and he decided to take the easy route, which is just stealing strong people's shadows and making zombies out of them using their power.
So he doesn't have to feel bad if they die.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of touching.
I mean, he went to Pirate Island to find Absalom. Like there's some kind of good within Moria that cares about people.
Yeah, because he still ended up making like.
And then he found out Absalom was murdered. He was like, "Fuck you! I'm not joining your crew."
Oh, they killed Absalom?
Yeah, Absalom's dead. That's why Shiryu has his power.
Oh, you have to kill the person to take the powers.
Or at least the person has to be dead.
Am I bugging? But wasn't Bonnie captured like at the beginning of the New World? Like
Bonnie was
like,
beaten
wasn't she,
by
like-
Blackbeard and
yeah, and like tied to like a ship or something like that.
right.
left for the
Blackbeard
Navy.
left because Akainu was coming, so he was like, "Fuck this."
Oh, so he just left. her.
Akainu took Bonnie for sure, but somehow she managed to escape that.
Well, that's what we don't really.
Yeah, that's a gap in the story that we don't know. She was captured for a minute, and then she managed to escape.
I know I wasn't bugging.
Probably using her age fruit power, so like she got an opening and she got away.
Yeah.
She managed to end up in Marijois, so you know she figured it out. But yeah, Dressrosa was sick.
Yeah, very good arc. I can't wait to tell you guys more about it.
You're about to hit Wano pretty soon.
Chill.
You're about to. Oh no, you still got Whole Cake and
Yeah, whole cake.
Zoe.
Zoe and whole cake.
Yeah.
Zoe is really good too.
I love Zoe. Zoe's like a great little mini arc.
What was I? What? Oh my god! When was Peckham's? Like,
That's
crying because for like the enemy, like he was.
that's
sad. That
Peckham.
was
That's
Zoe.
Zoe. Yeah.
That was on Zoe.
Yeah, that was on
Like,
Zoe.
it was so sad because like that, he
The Minks are so cute, man. They're they
Yeah.
actually act like animals,
because he was still mad loyal to the Minx, but once you're down with Big Mom, that's it.
bro. Cat Viper, when like him acting like an actual cat makes me
Yeah.
so happy.
Cat Viper. Yes. Yeah, the big cat guy.
When he
Yeah.
like plays with it with
Yeah.
his toys or something.
Yeah, it's very funny. You're in for it, man. That Zoe's great.
It's a nice change up from Dressrosa too.
Yeah, it's so good. It's just like a good change of pace at the right time.
I'm looking forward to Whole Cake too. That shit was
Whole Cake
I
is
remember-
crazy.
You know what? I swear it's the last thing I'm gonna say. All right, we gotta move on.
Yeah, because we
But
gotta go.
Whole Cake, I just remember there being like at least 2 or 3 super low points.
Mm.
Like low. Like, god damn, how the fuck are they gonna get back from this?
Yeah, that was
They
rough.
did.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Feeling that.
I do also remember one of the like comeback times when they took control of the mirror world.
Mhm.
That
Chopper.
was crazy.
One of Chopper's greatest feats.
Yes.
My favorite moment was when Luffy smashed the
mirror.
to
To stay in the
to
mirror.
do the
world, to
1v1
fight.
against
Katakuri.
Katakuri.
Mhm.
God, that was one of Luffy's best moments in my
A lot
opinion.
of really great moments. And it's so good.
Luffy won that fight technically, right? Or was it a
Technically, yes.
draw?
He won because
He won
Katakuri injured
very
himself.
narrowly.
Because Katakuri.
Injured himself because they cheated. Remember?
Oh.
Because somebody took a pot shot at Luffy and then he like evened the score.
Did you think that? I think he did a little worse.
Yeah. Wait,
But
what do you mean?
whatever. Did you know Dillinger was a fish man?
Yeah.
I forgot.
Yeah, it was very brief where they revealed. But yes.
That guy was a freak.
Beat the shit out of this guy.
Bro, when he like torpedoed
Bellamy's
himself,
so cool. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. He's cool.
you like Bellamy? Is this
Yes.
a genuine thing?
Yes, it is. Because he's not a sucker.
Hmm.
He's a dummy, but he's not a sucker.
Hmm.
He chose the wrong path, but
He said, "I
has
own it."
balls.
He said, "I own it.
Yeah, he.
I'm
owned it.
here. I can't just turn around now. I made my choices."
Plus, it'd be nice to die by Luffy's hands too.
Yeah.
He's a little crazy for that, but
That was a little
he
wild.
got hit in his head a lot that arc. So it's
Yeah,
all right.
he's definitely concussed.
yeah. All right,
All right.
time to for real One Piece, or we have other updates.
One more thing. I guess I'm gonna make this brief. I've been reading Akane Banashi. I am 20 chapters away from being caught up on that. It's so far the best series I've read. I'm in a really good spot of it. So far of the Jump series that I've been slowly curating so far.
Better than One Piece.
No, I wouldn't say that. But I wouldn't say that. I'm saying of the Jump series in my quest to read every Jump series and be caught up
Was
on
it
every
better
Jump
than,
series.
MYF?
So far, what's MYF? The Spy Family thing?
Mission
Yozaka Family. Yes, it's better than Mission Yozaka Family.
So wait, is it a like an action?
You know, it's a lot like Bakuman. And it's just about like this Japanese like performance art called Rakugo. where it's just one person telling a story and playing all the characters, but they can't move. They are in one position the entire time, and the only props they have are a fan. It's so good. It's very interesting. It's a good dive into Japanese culture, I think, and it's this weird subculture that nobody's ever heard of. But it's very good. I highly recommend Akane Banashi.
That you couldn't do that and have ADHD, right?
What? Rakugo?
Yeah.
I bet you could.
Maybe not. I mean, you have to be pretty focused.
I can't stand still just to like.
Well, you don't have to be entirely
Do it.
stationary. There's people who, you move around, you perform it. You just can't stand and move around. It's hard to explain. It's better to read it and find out, to be honest. I feel like that when the anime comes out, I'm very interested into seeing that because it is a performance. It's about a performance art. So there's only so much they can convey.
What's the closest to powers they have?
Everybody has like their specialty.
Yeah.
There are like powers, so to speak, in it reads like a battle series. Everybody has like their power, their specialization in the art.
You keep putting the quotations, but I'm just gonna take that as they have actual.
They literally kind of frame it that way. There's characters there's like nicknames.
I'm pretty sure they have powers.
Yeah, there's powers to a degree. Like for example, there's a character
It's a supernatural story.
There's a character whose like specialty is that he's like a historian of the art, so he finds these like super old and obscure Rakugo stories and brings them to a modern audience. There's a character who specializes in seductive stories.
Is that a girl?
Not really. There's two who kind of do that. One is a boy and one is a girl. But yeah, it's stuff like that. It's really cool. So that's my journey. Witch Watch. I'm gonna go through my next round of Witch Watch pretty soon, and I'm a little further behind on that because Witch Watch is longer. But yeah,
Chris don't want to watch them witches, bro.
I'm in a good spot in Witch Watch too. There's a battle arc right now going on. It's a fairly serious battle arc.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that last week.
Yeah, so that's where I left off, and I'm reading these 20 chapters at a time. So I flip flop between the two. Once I read 20 chapters, I go back to Witch Watch and so on and so forth. But that's where I'm at. All right, let's do it. Let's start with our first series. Hit the thing, Brian.
Oh wow, that was longer than I remember.
Yeah. One Piece. This is One Piece chapter 1155, The Rocks Pirates. Big time, big boy, lore drops left and right.
Roxanate.
Roxanate getting hit 20 lore 7. Getting knocked out.
Roxanate, Rox Flamingo.
Rox Flamingo, Roxanate, Trafal Rocks D Law.
Yes. I like that one the most.
Rocky D. Rookie.
Rocky D. Rocky.
That's prejudice.
What?
What?
Anyway, last we left off, we finally got to meet Rox D. Zebek. He has arrived on Elbaf looking for King Harold. A long time ago when Loki was still a child. He found Loki in the underworld after he tried to commit suicide. And he is basically, looking for Harold. And Loki is like, yeah, my dad's not here. He's on expedition. And he's like, oh, so you're his son. You could get in touch with him pretty easy. And he's like, well, he's not just going to come home because I'm hurt.
He don't love me like that.
He don't love me. and Rox is like, want to bet? And well, we could try anyway. And then he loads up his sword, and we get some information saying that Rox's sword attacks were famous for blasting everything inside, like a gigantic hammer or a cannonball. And he hits Loki in the fucking kneecap with a hockey blast from his sword. The face that Loki has. Look at this shit right now.
Brian, you heard what he said.
What do you say?
What does the sword feel like?
Cannonball or a gigantic hammer?
Like a cannonball?
What?
Buggy ball.
Oh my god.
That's true.
That is true. Wait, you might be cooking.
Rocks might be almost as powerful as the Muggy Ball.
Sukuna can't hold that.
No, not at all.
Oh my
Look at this face, okay. He's like, oh. That's exactly the face I'd be looking at if I just got hit in the knee. So after hitting a literal child in the knee with all his might, Zebek starts laughing. Loki's gone and gotten wounded.
He's a vohaha.
He's a vohaha guy. And we get to find out the day that Harold met Rox. We earlier heard about an incident where Harold went to the reverie. He snuck inside Marie-Joie for the reverie, and he met Rox there. But here is the interesting thing. 5 kings were attacked and captured that day, on top of an admiral being murdered by Rox. We see that Rox made it as far as Emu's hideout. No one's ever done this since or before infiltrating the Chamber of Flowers where Emu lives. Emu, the only thing Emu has to say about all of this is that the lives of kings are no threat to Mu.
Like, I don't care about what you did.
You didn't do shit, bitch.
You didn't do nothing to me. You want to fight me right now?
And Zebek, Rox is like, I suppose not, but your Holy Land is in panic. We get a little shot of a lady who looks just like Gunko. Perhaps Gunko's mom?
Or Gunko herself.
Maybe Gunko herself. It's possible, to be honest. The Holy Knights could be thousands of years old for all we know. But yeah, we get to learn that Rox considers himself a worshiper of Davy Jones, which is interesting. Is seeing what comes up later. Yeah. So before Rox leaves, he tells Emu that he will be back right here because he can't do something right now. Apparently, he did not do anything more than this, as he knew he could not. So he said, "I will be back." And
Yeah, he knew he wasn't winning that fight.
yeah, he said, naturally, word of this incident never saw the light of day. And we see Harold is on fire, running around as celestial dragons are gathering left and right, wanting him as a slave. So Harold's running through through Marie-Joie, fully on fire, just be like, all right, fine, I'm out of here. I see that you guys don't want me around.
Fully on fire.
Yeah, everybody seems to think that he was the one who killed the admiral and attacked and captured 5 kings. On his way out, he runs into Rox, who is running the exact opposite direction. And Harold is like, this guy must be the one who did it. I'm not going to be the fucking fall guy here. And he immediately attacks Rox. Rox is able to counterattack, and they do a fucking Conqueror's hockey clash.
It makes sense that Harold would have it.
Yeah. Yeah. This clash between strangers eradicated any sign of others for 5 kilometers around. And Rox is obviously impressed by this. He's like, whoa, name yourself. And of course, Harold laughs as well. I am Harold. And and Rox tells him to aim the next blow at the town, and it'll be a good opportunity for them to escape. Rox points him to the direction of the New World, and says that he will meet him again. We then get some history about what Rox did after this incident. We get a look at his wanted poster too. It looks pretty sick. So after this incident in Marie-Joie, he attacked a ship with heavenly tributes on the route to Marie-Joie, and he used that money to start his life of piracy. It turns out Rox was really good at Davy backfights. And in order for you to know what Davy backfights is, you can't skip the all-important arc that is Long Ring, Long Land. Read all of One Piece.
It's not filler.
True. Yeah, you have to read it.
You must. It's important. Right here. And not only that, we find out that the entirety of the Rock's Pirates seems to be gathered by Davy Back fight. That means like he got Whitebeard as a prize for winning a Davy Back fight. Crazy. So after a certain point, after gathering his crew, Rox finds his way to Elbaf where he met Loki and blah blah blah. Loki actually is surprised to see that Harold gave a shit. And Harold is like, I know you're very strong, Loki, but you should stay away from the underworld. You're lucky you only fell from a cliff this time. There are plenty other dangers down there, son. And Loki's like, I can't believe Dad actually came back, which is, aw, the little guy. He's loved. He just has to accept the love, dude.
This 2-page spread is so sick.
Yeah, we get a 2-page spread of the entire Rox Pirates up to this point. There's Rox himself. There's a mob boss guy that we'll find out later. But in any case, this whole page is Rox trying to convince Harold to join the crew. And Harold is like, no, I'm literally a king. I can't just be a fucking pirate all of a sudden. And Rox is like, man, you guys are strong. You know, you guys are giants. You guys can destroy anything you don't like. And Howard's like, that's exactly what we're trying not to do. You know, we're trying to change ourselves and you know, like reinvent ourselves as giants. And he warns the rest of the Rox Pirates, you know, that following this man will only lead them to disaster. And we get introduced to most of them. Some of them we know. We know Shiki, who actually used to be a mobster. He is there. Stussy is there as a science robber. There was a gangster of the West Blue known as Don Marlin. Whitebeard, of course. Wang Ji is very important. Do you remember who Wang Ji is?
No.
You should, because they mention
This guy here, right here.
Yes.
You know, he looks the most interesting. What's
This is the first time we've seen him, actually, but he was mentioned before. Do you remember the Rocky Port incident? That was the event that made Law a warlord. Okay.
I know that did just happen.
It didn't happen. It happened off screen. It happened over the time skip. So what had happened there was Law, Blackbeard, and Kobe all arrived on Pirate Island for different reasons. And each of them made a name for themselves fighting Wang Ji, who was in charge of the Pirate Island at the time. Blackbeard defeated him in combat and took control over Pirate Island that way.
Wow, the son of his former captain.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Kobe became like a hero.
Yeah, that's when Kobe became a captain, I believe. And Law became a warlord after taking 100 pirate hearts in that battle and delivering them to the world government. So yeah, that's Wang Shi's future role, which is very interesting.
He kind of looks like, doesn't he look a little bit like the fucking, what's his name? Mud motherfucker? Swamp guy?
Oh, Karibu?
He looks a little bit like Karibu.
A little bit.
He does kind of look like...
Holy shit.
Brian, what? Is this a thing you heard on the streets?
It's something that's been mentioned, but I kind of saw it with the tongue.
What if this is Karibu's dad?
Like the tongue and the slick back hair.
But
feel like it-
why? But like, just because.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Oda does like to make people fail upward.
Well, who's this dude?
This guy we don't know. His name is Ganzui.
No, we have seen him.
Have we? Where?
Thriller Bark.
Oh, he's one of the zombies. Oh, yes. Okay.
A lot of
What?
the Rocks Pirates, like a lot of the Rocks Pirates are on Thriller
Well,
Bark.
Captain John and Ganzui seems to be the only ones we know who are zombies on Thriller Bark.
Captain John.
He's not here yet, but you see him in future Rocks Pirates depictions.
He's always drinking.
He's always drinking, yes.
And Ganzui was there too?
Yeah,
But he wasn't a big deal.
yeah, they show them, but we didn't know they were Rocks Pirates at the time. And they only appear in like 1 or 2 panels.
Oh, just
But they are part of Gecko Moria's zombie army.
but they wasn't like, I guess, a big deal. Like
They didn't do anything on Thriller Bark, but they're there. So yeah, basically they're explaining this plan that Rox has. The idea is that he made a deal with the government that he would secure Pirate Island for them full of lead and in exchange for money, but he's going to double cross them. And he's really just going to take Pirate Island for himself and become in charge of it and create a paradise for pirates, just to piss off the government. And he's hoping that Harold would join him, you know? And Harold is like, you're making an enemy of the world. It's too much to handle. And Rox is like, go ahead and doubt me. Sooner or later, someone's going to do it. There's no authority in the world that lasts forever. Let's go, Harold. If we team up, we're unstoppable. He doesn't manage to convince Harold, but we do see Loki literally getting the life breathed back into him. He's finding his purpose again. But then we get a little bit of a time skip. 4 years after Harold has rejected Rox finally went to Pirate Island and invaded it. And that's where the chapter ends, actually, is when he and his pirates are just about to attack full of lead. And boy, oh boy, what a fucking chapter. Josh, what did you think about One Piece chapter 1155?
Let me talk about the chapter first.
Okay.
So I probably wasn't as interested in Rox as majority of the One Piece fan base was. And I really don't understand why. But all of that changed when I started reading this story. I'm hyped. I mean, I think him being Blackbeard's dad had a lot to do with it. And the fact that Blackbeard's arguably my favorite character. So
Really?
yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
At least he's my favorite villain in One Piece. Favorite non-straw hat, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I know for a fact that Loki's gonna join Luffy's crew.
Mm-hmm.
There's two, to me, the biggest sign is that the person that he looks up to wanted to be a ruler of the world. Luffy wants to be king of the pirates. He's gonna fall in line. He's gonna admire that about Luffy, and he's gonna have something to contribute with his snake fruit powers.
The snake.
Snake.
And he'll be the
The what?
the Yggdrasil are.
The
Yggdrasil?
Yggdrasil?
No, the snake.
Oh.
Oh, that's Jormungandr.
Jormungandr.
Yeah, Yggdrasil is the world tree.
Yeah, I know. Jormungandr.
Jormungandr.
J is Y.
What?
Nothing.
Because it's spelled with a J, like instead of a Y sound.
I have issues. So, I'm gonna be honest. This is not my RGC.
Wow.
I know.
That's impressive.
I said it was close though before. I did.
Mm.
I like this chapter a lot, but it didn't. It's not about what it didn't do. I don't want to compare it like that. Okay, this was still a hell of a chapter. I don't think we're gonna get any more story about Rox. And I don't think we're gonna see what happens.
That's a bold prediction.
No, we're gonna get more.
It's a bold prediction.
Because
you know what? I see where you're coming from, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is the last we see of Rox, because this is primarily about Elbaf.
But Loki comes back, but Rox comes back and beats him up, doesn't he?
Beats up Loki?
Yeah. You don't remember that?
He does come back. Or no, wait, hold on. Loki was still a kid back then, so it could have happened before he left Elbaf for the last time.
Oh, okay.
You know, this is still around the time where we see in that little flashback where he asked him to join the crew and Rox said no.
Okay. That makes sense.
But yeah, I don't know. I you know what? I kind of see where you're coming from, and I could see that we probably don't see Rocks again after this until, you know, the next flashback that involves him.
Yeah, I think there's still a lot more. I think it was just cool to show him, to give us a little bit of a taste.
Yeah.
And to also help the story move, to
Yeah.
help us understand Loki, what motivates him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see, I guess. I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say about the chapter. I know I'll have to have a lot of responses. So, Brian, what were your thoughts?
RGC.
Well, you have control.
Oh yeah.
You're in control now.
I'm a silly guy. Hold on. I have to
It's an alphabetical order.
No, not all of it's in alphabetical order.
Damn. I thought it uploaded that way.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. Certified.
Certified RGC. Certified RGC. Certified RGC.
I love that Davy back fights were reintroduced to the series like this. I really thought it was going to be Shanks. Who
It still could be.
because I don't know, man. I have a good feeling.
He still
that-
could do it.
Well, honestly, my opinion on it changed a little bit because I was thinking,
What if Blackbeard goes into a Davy back fight?
yeah,
and that's the final battle.
That's really likely. I think that's very likely. But my thing is that like when Luffy and Shanks meet, they're gonna Davy back fight. But that changed ever since he beat the shit out of Bartolomeo. That's reasons enough for Luffy to want to scrap with him. But for Davy backfights to come back and for Davy Jones to be such a prominent figure now is very interesting. And we finally know why somebody like Whitebeard was with Rocks. Because like whenever I think,
what the fuck is this guy doing?
Yeah, whenever I think of Whitebeard and him being associated with somebody like as infamous as Rocks, I'm like, this doesn't feel like something he would like just be a part of like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, or willingly jump on board. He's just such a wholesome guy.
Man.
In every interaction that we've ever seen him in. We don't see him. Yeah, we don't see him as a vicious pirate, even when in his younger days too. So it's just like, why did he end up with this guy? But even then, Rocks is not at all how people kind of describe him either. Because it seemed he has like a Luffy vibe to him a little bit. Like he feels like such a free guy, like a guy who just runs around and saves people by pure coincidence.
Doesn't Blackbeard give you that vibe too, though?
Not really.
No, Blackbeard's definitely like a more selfish guy.
He's way more conniving.
He's very free, though.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, he does do whatever he
He's
wants.
liberated by power. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Like Whitebeard.
You don't think that's similar to his son?
No, I think so. Here's the thing: Blackbeard. When you see the way that he assembles his crew, he looks for the strongest person and he recruits them. With Rocks, you see him look for the strongest people and work to recruit them. Like with the Davy back fights, he had to earn the people that he recruits. So he made this entire powerful crew like with like his own labor. You know what I mean? And like he saw the vision and he tries to recruit them. Blackbeard, I feel like it's different. Like it feels more like they're tools in his arsenal. You know what I mean? I feel like Rock sees people and like he like there's something about it. You know what I mean? It feels like he has more respect for the people that he has around him. Just based off of the vibe.
Yeah.
Like if he acknowledges your strength, he'll want you to come along and stuff. But from what we've seen so far of Rocks, I feel like he's not as bad as people made him out to be. I feel like he did something and they immediately went to kind of make him out to be worse than he is, much like what they do with Luffy. Luffy to the world is a demon like Rocks. So I think Blackbeard has like an inherent misunderstanding about who Rox really is, in my opinion. So I think somewhere along the line he got a misunderstanding and he modeled his entire life off of a false image of his dad. And Luffy might be the true the true image of Rox Dieselback. So we'll see. Because I don't think Luffy is as similar to Goldie Roger as people think he is.
Garp and Roger fought Rox.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Shanks seems to think that Luffy is just like Roger. Here's the thing. I don't know. I feel like it's very interesting. We see a little bit of the dynamic between Rox and his crew, and they do seem actually very similar to how Blackbeard conducts his. None of them are really aligned on a specific goal. They all just kind of happen to be around each other. They all seem to not give a shit about Rox in the same way they don't really give a shit about each other on the Blackbeard crew. They all seem to be, they're like together and they're unified and they're like helping each other reach each other's goals, but it's a lot more of a selfish thing. They're only there because they won. Like Blackbeard won Rox won a competition. Nobody willingly joined Rox. Everybody was there because they had no choice as per the rules of the Davy Back fight. I do agree that he does work for the crew though, but in a way so does Blackbeard. He broke into an entire prison. He broke into the most secure prison in the world to find people.
He went in there mostly for Shiryu though.
No, he didn't. He went there specifically to go to level 6
He didn't
and
know
break
Shiryu
out.
was gonna flip.
Yeah, he found Shiryu. He was like, "You want to come?" And Shiryu was like, "Yeah."
I guess you're right.
Yeah, I think I think you're right about one thing is that Blackbeard's going about things a lot like Rox did. He also pursued Pirate Island and he also conquered it in the same way. He also has the same aspirations for Pirate Island, is to make it kind of a paradise for pirates. Which makes me wonder what his dynamic, how he feels. Does he know Rox is his dad? Or is he just modeling?
He does know because his ship is named the Saber of Zebek.
Oh, I actually didn't know that. Okay, so he does know. And in that, well, my thing is that it's either he doesn't know, he's just like a big fan of the guy, or he does know and he's just kind of like following in his dad's footsteps.
He's got to know that Rox is his dad,
Yeah.
right?
Well, there's no like public photos of Rox. He may know. I mean, it's entirely possible he knows. That's my question, though, and I don't know.
There's a lot of...
He does go about things.
But this is what I love about One Piece, is that with every reveal, there's like 5 more questions.
Yeah, it's true. Because we don't know Rox at all. We don't know what he wants.
But based off of his vibe, I don't know. There's something... this is one more thing that I love about One Piece, is like the old age of piracy feels a lot like myth. Like they're all mythological fucking beings. When we see their history and stuff, because we've heard so much about these characters for so long, and every little inkling of information that we get from them is just so fucking like grandiose and insane. Like Rox and Roger's era feels like so fucking but every time we learn something about them, it feels so special.
Yeah. So I'm very interested in how, if it's a coincidence that Blackbeard is doing this, is following the footsteps knowingly, and he's just trying to finish what his dad started, or if he's just like, maybe he's just like trying to prove he can do it. I don't know. I can't wait to find out.
But those are my thoughts.
Yeah. So good. This is a great chapter. I mean, this is like Brian said. I think like getting to see Rox here was super cool. It is about time. This is a character that's been like talked about a lot. And to learn more about him, he's like a more jacked Blackbeard. Blackbeard is not in this good shape.
Yeah.
No, hell no.
He is not like his pops.
It looks like Blackbeard is a bigger person too. Like size wise, not
Yeah,
not
we don't get
weight-wise, but
Yeah, we don't get a lot of comparison in normal people height to how Blackbeard is. Blackbeard seems bigger because we have seen him scaled against Luffy, who's like average human height. And everybody on
huge.
and everybody on his crew is like
8 foot fucking 5.
It's like, I think Blackbeard's like 11 feet tall. But yeah, I mean, this is great. I wouldn't be surprised if this is actually the last we see of Zebek. The more I think about it, the more I feel like that's probably the case. We'll probably hear about him more than we see him.
I just want to see the
It might-
God Valley incident.
We won't. Not in this flashback. Unless Harold was there.
He wasn't there.
But yeah, it's so good. Such a great chapter. Seeing Loki come back to life was really nice, and seeing that that impetus for, you know, going out to sea and being a pirate. It's good for him, you know. I'm glad he's back and not throwing himself off the fucking world tree anymore.
It was such a wholesome interaction between him and Harold.
Mm-hmm.
God, that was such a cute moment.
Yeah, he didn't kill Harold for sure. I think by the time he's older, he's like, well, my dad actually loves me, you know. I don't think I would kill my dad. Yeah, I don't really have much else. I think Brian covered everything in our discussion about rocks. This was my RGC, I guess. That's what I would say. I didn't get it.
Certified RGC. Certified
It was a close one.
RGC.
Yeah, it was close.
Super close this week, I think. I think every chapter this week has been fucking phenomenal. But man, when I'm a lore whore. You know? If One Piece is Lauren, I'm there.
He's a lore whore.
I'm Lauren. But yeah, I mean, that's it. We can close it out there. I don't think I have any other thoughts. Let's move on to the next one.
Yes, sir.
Give me a picnic in the car with me so I can chat.
Sakamoto Days. This is Sakamoto Days, chapter triple twos. 222.
Ooh, it's really nice.
Yeah, the triple twos. Oh boy. The battle begins. That's the name of this chapter. We open up with Sakamoto in purgatory.
Akao.
With Akao on the train. And Akao is like, yo. He's like, Akao, where are we? I don't know, the A train? And we cut back to the real world, I guess, at an actual train station where Oki is getting is getting a beverage, but then he gets pulled up on by Nagumo, and Nagumo just takes his drink from the vending machine, and he's like, "That's not for you."
Nonchalant.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, that's not for you," and Nagumo goes, "Ugh, green juice." Appropriate reaction. Green juice is gross. So yeah, Oki's like, we're enemies. What are you doing here? You got some nerve. And Nagumo's like, hey, you seem kind of tired. He's like, yeah, thanks to you. He's like, I've had no peace and quiet since we launched the new JAA. And Nagumo's like, hey, you getting along with X? Well, and they're like, we don't communicate much. I don't really know what he's thinking. He's not exactly approachable. He's like, you guys were friends though, right? What happened there? He's like, Oki just flat out is like, any interest in coming back to the order, Nagumo? And Nagumo's like, why don't we team up, Oki? And Oki's like, nah.
Poked at him.
He's like, without order, there's no JA. We have a duty. And he's like, all right, so much for negotiations. They walk over to this parking lot, and they both get into a car together. And I'm like, what's going on here? There's Nagumo explains that in this battle that is about to unfold, the new JAA will lose. He's like, how do you know that? And he's like, well, you won't have us. And he's like, haha, aren't you arrogant? The first time I met you two, I wonder why Yotsumura had brought you on board. Had brought on board such a pair of insolent punks. And then they start driving. And I'm like, what's going on here? And Oki admits that one day he had hoped that Nagumo would lead the order. Then he drives off of the fucking building. And then they both just start scrapping out of nowhere.
Immediately.
This shit was so cool.
Yeah. This was lit.
I'll tell you what, when I turned the page and I saw this 2-page spread, I audibly went, pooh! You know, I went, oh man,
Yeah, like, let's go.
that shit was so fucking tough.
Dude, Oki's pretty cool, man.
They just start stabbing each other. It fucking was awesome. 2-page spread, they're just knife fighting in the car, both seated as it's falling off a building. And it passes by this window where a guy's getting dumped. He's like, so you're dumping me? It reminds me of that one panel
So
where
what don't I have? What am I missing?
yeah, she said, and the girl's dumping this random guy's like excitement. And as this car lands, it explodes in front of this cafe, and the chapter ends with in a 2-page spread with both Nagumo and Oki are sitting at the table about to order some coffee, and that's
Is that
it.
what the house blend is?
I guess, unless it's tea. Yeah, Oki orders the house blend, and Nagumo says, "I'll have what he's having." That's basically the end of the chapter. This is 21 pages. I felt,
Wow.
It went by really quick.
Felt
yeah,
like 10 pages.
yeah, that was nuts, bro. You know this page when they're falling and this guy's getting dumped. It reminds me of that one page early on in the series where Sakamoto and the deer guy were between the train cars.
Yes.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and he was just boxing him out.
You know, he caught him in that little section.
No, yeah, I love Sakamoto Days when it's like this, man. It is so fucking cool. Man, this was a tough one because I really thought it would have been a much more difficult choice for RGC if One Piece wasn't luring. But
Oh, okay.
but I really like this chapter. I have a rule: if things make me audibly gasp, I tend to pick it for RGC. But man, this was so cool. I don't really have any thoughts. I don't know. I don't know. I guess I just went first. But I thought this
shit,
fucking.
Did you?
I guess so. Josh, what did you think about
Yeah, it's
Sakamoto
fine.
Days 222?
Yeah, I mean, I ditto. I mean, it was a pretty rapid chapter. I really liked the chemistry between these two.
Mhm.
These are clearly guys. I don't know if they were friends, but they definitely had a deep level of respect for each other and camaraderie. So you know, I think it was genuine that they both try to get the other to the other side. Like I mentioned during your coverage, I think Oki's really cool. I thought he was some scrub, but that nigga could fight, and he uses a spear. I think spears are dope.
They are cool.
Nagumo, I don't really know what his game is. I guess maybe he's trying to flip Oki, but obviously he knew if he wasn't going to flip him, that he was going to probably use him to get to X some way or another. So I'm sure that's the deal. Do you think they're going to start fighting after their coffee?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's a setup. They're just aura farming.
Okay.
Quick aura farm intermission.
Yeah.
They need a break.
Do people aura farm in real life?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who aura farms? in real-
LeBron James.
Have you ever seen me aura farm at any point?
No.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
is there any?
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, like
When have
like
you
2
aura-
minutes ago.
What was I doing?
You were like standing there like this on the couch. You really see
Bro,
you're
you
on
were
the couch,
aura
like-
farming on the
Yeah,
podcast?
Oh,
you're literally
shit.
aura farming this entire.
I can't believe it.
You mean like when I was like
Yeah.
that?
Truly
Like,
unprofessional behavior.
This guy was
We don't-
hard aura farming.
We're not trying to aura farm on this podcast.
my bad.
Okay, if you're gonna aura farm, I'm gonna start aura farming.
Do you know how much I've like gained or?
No, I don't. It's like I need a scouter for that. I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I left my scouter at home.
You
My
left
aura.
a lot of things at home.
My aura, yeah, I did. I sure fucking did. This podcast should have started 2 hours earlier.
I mean, those are my thoughts. Lit ass fucking chapter.
Yeah.
Brian, how'd you feel about it?
I really like the action being broken up by this like dumping scene. God, I don't know why. There's something about it where it's just like they're in the middle of this fight, and then it cuts to these two breaking up, and then she says excitement. And then you
Right?
flip the page, and there's an immediate explosion.
Yeah.
Like,
So was that exciting? Shorty?
Bro,
like it's just a nice little touch.
Yuto Suzuki was cooking. I'm sure he went to his assistants and he was like, I'm gonna draw the coolest scene ever.
Like I don't know why, like it just added like an extra layer of like flavor to the chapter and swag. Like
It's also very funny. Like this guy's getting dumped.
but I feel like Sakamoto Days loves doing stuff like that, where they it's always like the world around them is always tied in to the situation every single time. And every
Except for
time
the
he
jail.
does it,
Except for the
the jail. The jail was kind of cringe.
But the jail was their world, you know?
I'm not upset about it. I just like to
I'm-
remind Brian.
I'm upset about it.
There's
Still.
no regular people there for them to do that with.
Prisoners, inmates.
They weren't regular.
Guards.
They're all JAA assassins.
Even better. Imagine the
Where's
craziest
that bow
shit.
and arrow kid at?
Yeah, where is he?
Prison.
Is he still in the prison?
He'll
Yeah,
probably
stay
show up
Stay
again.
there.
He'll probably show up again. He's too cool a character.
Well,
He
anyway,
has to kill Sakamoto.
that was a pretty decent chapter. Very pretty. It felt really short.
It's actually one of the longer chapters this week, but it went by so
yeah, it
fast.
went by
'cause
so
it's
quick 'cause of the
literally action.
Yeah. But I'm good to move on.
Yeah, so good. So good. Let's move onward. Kagurabachi. Kags. Do you want to do this one, Joe? I have the iPad. I could take over.
That would be nice if you wanted to do it for the one time.
I could do it for the one time.
One time for the
Alright,
one
alright.
time.
One time for the one time. This is Kagurabachi, chapter 87. Phantoms. That's what it's called. I'm assuming. Last we left off, Chihiro and Samura made up. They're like, let's go Aura Farm together. And they're on their way to the Kamunabi headquarters to help out. Samura also has his eyesight back. He healed himself to be like, I guess
After
I could.
years of
Yeah.
blindness.
Yeah, he's like, I guess I could stop being blind now.
After like 15 years.
Must be nice to be like, I'm gonna stop being blind right now. But in the meantime, we get to see what's been going on with the Kamunabi headquarters until they get there. We get this guy who's in the archives. He pulls a book about the Hishaku, saying there's a mention of the Rokuhira murder of Chihiro's dad. They explained that it's an addendum. There's a small organization composed of 10 sorcerers led by a man named Yura. His goal is to kill the Swordmaster and wield the Shinichi. Members whose name are not in a family registry. Sorcery from outside of the dominant lineage, a wide range. The skills to pull off Rokuhira Kunishige's assassination. And they're like, who are these guys? And I guess the chapter title answers it for us. They say that they're phantoms. We enter the threat elimination grounds where it seems that Azami has fucking killed all of the threats that have arrived in that area, including the samurai guy that I thought was actually going to be a
Do you
fight.
think he's dead?
Look at him.
I don't know. I think he's getting up. It looks like he's trying to stand up.
Nah, bro, he's dead.
Is his head not sticking up?
Yeah, probably from the rocks in the ground holding
I
it
don't
up.
know. You
Bro,
really
he
think
got mashed into the ground and his neck is fucked up. I don't know. I think he's dead. But anyway, Azami casually killing this guy off is like, something feels off. They haven't come yet.
Nah, they built this guy up. They said
Yeah, they said he's like the guy here.
he's one of like the strong, like not the strongest, but he's a strong guy. The one that I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about this guy.
Oh, did
Maybe
they?
I was wrong.
Did they build him up right? I don't remember them building this guy up that much. Anyway,
not.
he's fodder. It turns out. I guess if they did, JK, he's dead. And he's feeling something's weird, something's off because the Kamunabi still have not, like the big boys of the Kamunabi still have not arrived. We then cut back to our good friend, what's his name again, Brian?
Who?
The samurai with
Hayami? No.
no. I know Hakuri, the guy with Hakuri.
Uraha.
Uraha, thank you so much. Uraha's back. That's another thing that happened. He's on level 5 underground. He just saved Hakuri from some Hishaku bastards. And he's pretty pissed because these are the guys that killed his boys back in the day. We then cut back to the outside the threat elimination grounds where Azami is. We see 4 of the Kamunami big boys that we've seen before. Some of them we've seen Big Collar Man.
Yeah, we've seen him.
We've seen Strange Sideburn Boy.
Yawny guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
yawny
no
guys.
big
2
deal.
guys yawn. Big Collar Boy is there. There's a girl. And she's like, "What's wrong? Nervous?" And one of the guys that we haven't met before with the black hair is like, "Huh?" He's like, "You yawn. That's proof you're nervous." He's like, "Bullshit. I'm not the only one who's yawning." And he's like, "But he's actually sleepy though. You're nervous." So they're just teasing this poor boy. Yura pulls up and he walks past this old man who was at the front desk of this place. Apparently, like the threat elimination grounds has a secretary.
Yeah, he's just been there chilling.
He's just sitting there, and Yura is like, "Hey man, where's the bathroom?" And the old man is like, "I'm not gonna tell you where the fucking bathroom is. Fuck you." He's like, "Why didn't you run? Aren't you afraid to die?" He's like, "Not at my age. I just wanted to get a look at the guys who killed Rokuhira." And Yura's like, "And?" He's like, "Well, I thought you guys would look stronger. I was expecting real monsters, you know." He's like, "I have nothing to tell you. Just proceed to the threat elimination grounds." And Yura's like, "Well, how about this? I'll toss a coin. If I win, you'll direct me to the restroom. And if I win, you can take my life."
Oh, that seems like a fair bargain.
Yeah, the old man's like, "Huh?"
This nigga, what?
He said, "I'm the ringleader behind Rokuhira Kunishige's assassination. If you win the coin toss, you'll go down in history." And the old man's like, "Why would I do that?" Yura's like, "Well, we're about to risk our lives. Before I go, I'd like to use the bathroom." Which is fair.
Yeah.
I mean, hey,
Very reasonable.
honestly, yeah. And he's like, "Find the bathroom yourself. Leave me out." Yura flips the coin anyway.
Yo, this guy does not give a fuck. He's not scared in the slightest.
Yeah, Yura flips the coin, and the guy plays anyway. He's like, "Tails." And it turns out he got heads. So the old man has to tell him where the bathroom is. And this apparently makes him terrified.
Everything starts to get dark behind him or something.
Yeah, or something like that. So he's like, "The restroom's that way." And the old man's like, "What's with you?" He's like, "Am I living up to your expectations now?" One of the Kamunami kids, not Kamunami, Hishaku kids, follows Yura to the bathroom, and he actually can't pee, and Yura's like, "Nervous?" He's like, "Don't you get nervous? I mean, this is crazy what we're doing right now." And Yura's like, "Nah, I don't hate it. Nervousness precedes victory."
True.
Besides, he calls this, "You're the strongest fighter in the Hishaku." So this kid is apparently the strongest kid there. In the meantime, while they're at the bathroom, the rest of the Hishaku members are creating this circle around their little area there.
A summoning circle.
A summoning circle.
Shield.
Summoning circle. And we then come back to level 6 where weird Sideburn Man is down there protecting information guy. Weird Sideburn Man is like, "Hey, if we can weather this ambush, it'll be a perfect time to do a sweep." Yura starts to count down. There's a guy in there that is amongst the information guys who's just staring at the clock. And Cyberman is like, "What are you looking at?" He's like, "You're concerned about time at a time like this?" And Yura says 5. And this guy, I'm kind of trying to figure out what's happening here.
Yeah, I wasn't all the way
I
clear
could explain
either.
it.
Oh, what is it, Brian?
So he's in charge of the force field. That
He drops it a little bit.
yeah, he drops it at just the right amount of time, like a split second, and that gives the Hishaku the chance to drop in that little extremely small gap of time that it goes down.
Damn. Yeah. Weird facial hair man like attacks him as he just realizes what happened. And he calls to the main information guy. He's like, "Is everything okay?" And the main information guy is like, "It was a blip, but I restored it for just a split second only." And at that point, that split second was all they needed. And all of a sudden, right where he
betrayed them?
yeah.
Like, that's why he was looking nervous and shit? Because he was looking for the right second to, like, just...
Yeah.
He was waiting for the like right time because they all agreed on it. Because they remember the Hishaku have a bunch of guys that work for them among the Kamunabi. They established that earlier.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
But that was enough time, and the Hishaku managed to all teleport right where Hakuri and Uraha is. That's not good. Uraha turns around and, Hakuri is just like, "Oh my God, it's the Emlyn, it's the Hishaku with this many." And Uraha's like, "Don't worry, I'm armed this time." And we get a little flashback saying that, they explain that normally there's only one kind of spirit energy in a person's body. And if you seal an eternal contract with an enchanted blade, the price you pay is losing your original sorcery. That's what happened with Uraha when he took over his sword. But now his eternal contract is broken. So over the time that he's been knocked out, his body has been regenerating his original sorcery. And Uraha says that it's been close to 20 years, but I can help. And the chapter ends where he puts his finger up like this, and he goes, "It's finally my turn to Aura Farm." And that's where the chapter ends. Josh, what did you think about Kagurabachi chapter 87?
RGC.
Oh,
Fuck, I should have given it
it's close.
I should have given it the RGC as well.
Too late, Brian.
Oh man, I'm jealous.
Too late, Brian.
So it wasn't because of Uraha.
Certified RGC.
It wasn't.
Certified RGC.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to open this chapter talking shit about Uraha.
What?
Boy, Samura pulled up on you and you could do not a fucking thing.
Well,
All
Samura was him. You saw it. Even Chihiro couldn't beat him.
Oh, he didn't have his banquet sword.
Yeah,
That's another thing, right?
yeah, he didn't have the banquet sword.
Aye, but
He had
still,
a regular sword.
What are the chances that he's about to die again?
I don't think he's gonna die again.
He's
There's
definitely
no
not
way
beating
he's gonna
Yura.
die again.
Not right now, at least.
He's not beating Yura.
Well, you want to do a little bet on that?
Not even if he has strings.
Wait, you're saying Christian's willing to bet against the main villain right now? You want to bet?
No, because
I would
Chris
take that
knows his
bet.
tropes, and I feel like
I'm finally getting some respect.
he can. There's a way where he loses the battle, but not the war type of situation. If that makes sense. If you mean that Uraha is going to defeat Yura indefinitely in a fight,
No, I'm saying
no, but
I'm
he might
saying-
be able to.
survive.
Yeah, he can survive Yura.
Nah, dude, you were saying he was gonna die.
Yeah, I think he's gonna die, but I'm not betting for that. No, I don't really think he's gonna die. I think someone's gonna save his ass, so they're gonna get away right in the nick of time.
I mean, Chihiro and Samura are on the
But
way.
it's just like, stop it, Uraha. Like, I'm gonna revenge my. No, you're not. You're gonna be fodder for Chihiro to come and save.
He's
That's
not
who's
gonna
gonna
be
save
fodder.
him, Chihiro.
That's a legendary swordsman right there.
Go hold these legendary nuts. Because he's not all that. He died 3 times in one series. What's this gonna be, his 4th?
Did he die 3 times?
Metaphorically speaking, yes. He died 1 time officially, but it's about to be twice.
Mm-hmm.
He needs banquet.
Okay.
Okay. Now that I'm done hating on this guy, I really am impressed with Yura and intrigued by Yura as a villain, and he has a lot of potential. The guy's a thinker. Clearly, he's got something going on.
Were you talking mad shit about him?
No,
before?
I really, yeah, but I'm starting to see this, like him being there with the trees and all of that. That was him, right? That was Yura. No,
What?
that was the other guy.
No, that was the other guy.
That was the other guy. You're right, but still, nah, that was Yura
He was there
when
but,
he fought Chihiro.
Oh,
and he
yeah,
had the
yeah.
trees. That was Yura.
Yeah, that was Euro.
And you know what's crazy? I gave Chihiro a lot of shit about how he completely forgot about what was going on and started fighting this Shishaku guy, but it ended up being the fucking guy.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and he got that nigga. He got Yura.
He did.
You know, I don't know
I
if
remember
Yura
that.
was holding back or something like
Probably.
that, but yeah. But man, he was still using that lightning sword. He was wilding with that combination. That was so dope.
Yeah, the Cloud Gouger. Rip Cloud Gouger.
Yeah, him having
What a crazy era.
I thought he was
for
going to
him.
stack the swords, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. But yeah, I'm interested in this villain group too.
Mm-hmm.
They're not just people that hate each other. They have
a rapport.
Yeah,
so
they're cool.
you notice how two of them were yawning?
Yeah.
Now usually there's only one that yawns.
Mm.
If another person's uninterested, they'll just look uninterested on their face. They'll
Yeah.
have that glazed look like that. Nothing really matters, especially not these people who are weak, right? Where the guy yawning is like, man, I want to fight somebody.
I can't wait to
But they
fight
got
somebody.
two people yawning, and as soon as someone yawned, one of the characters actually checked them on it, like, oh, well, are you actually nervous? Because you're not really like it's. I felt like it was the author kind of playing around with the tropes, and I could appreciate that a lot. I think I really like their little team dynamic in this conversation with the old guy. Yura didn't even press him. At no point did he threaten him. He's just a little surprised he was still there, and then was like, "Oh, you're a feisty old motherfucker, huh?" He's like, "It's okay. I don't got to prove nothing to you though." But maybe I can show you a little bit of what you're missing as far as my power goes. Like he didn't flex on him. It's like he kind of just stretched a bit.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, oh, I see. You are a monster. I like this chapter.
Yeah. Brian, what'd you think?
I also really liked the way that the Hishaku were kind of introduced in this chapter, like the main core group. And it makes me really sad because eventually they're gonna get hurt and they're gonna probably die. But I just they're kind of likable.
This kid's the strongest fighter.
Yeah.
I hope he doesn't run into fucking Hakuri.
Oh, he did. That's him right there. He's here somewhere.
Shit.
Real quick, something I want to talk about when it comes to Yura. His eyes do the
Yura
same.
strings.
Huh?
He won't. Nope. Stop making that reference. Nobody understands that.
Yura's eyes did the same thing that the Shinichi sword holder did when
It did.
And the
It did do that.
Renegon.
Yeah, and
Yeah, and the
similar to the
Renegon.
Renegon as well.
But his eyes
So-
are similar to the Renegon generally.
So there might be some connection between him and the Shinichi sword holder.
And also,
All right.
Sage of the Six Paths.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Good reference. Good reference. I don't know what the fuck he did with this coin shit. I'm thinking that this is the entrance to the place where the sword wielder is and not the bathroom. That's my guess.
But he did. I'm
No,
also.
he's taking a leak. He went to go use the bathroom.
He did go to use the bathroom, but I'm also kind of confused as to how he terrified this guy with just a flip of a coin.
No, do you see everything going dark? I think that was a real thing. I think he started kind of affecting the room around them.
I don't know. What, like a fucking domain expansion?
Yeah, I mean, look at his eyes. You see how they got black?
Yeah, they look like the Shinuchi sword wielder.
Yeah. I knew it. Today the gods are on their side. When the bad guy says that, yikes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have much else. I'm really excited to see what Uruha's sorcery is. What do they call it in this series?
Sorcery.
That's
Sorcery.
it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested.
use
to see
magic.
What sorcery is.
Magic.
So, I feel like with Uruha's sorcery, once we see it next chapter, if we see it, what is that? What is that? His pose at the end?
Yeah.
Like we'll get a really solid feel for how sorcery actually functions in this series. Because right now it still feels a little like, I don't know, open-ended. Feels like a very open-ended power system.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen other sorcerers, and some of them have like specific powers, like that guy who creates Daruma dolls that blow up.
Yeah, I remember that.
That
was early. Wow.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
I just read.
He was cool.
I just reread some Kagurabachi.
I wish he didn't have to die.
Yeah, he was cool.
But yeah, those are my thoughts.
I really enjoyed this chapter. I think Uruha is weirdly enough one of my favorite. I think he's like probably my favorite sword wielder that we've met so far. We've only really met two.
I think he's dangerously corny, but
Dangerously
like
corny.
lethally corny.
I just like his personality. I think he's a fun character. I'm hoping he gets a little bit of redemption next chapter, which I feel like is going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to win this fight, but
He
he's going
needs
to.
something.
he's
He's
gonna
gonna
do-
done a fucking thing.
He's a Hall of Fame sword wielder.
Well, you're off mic, Brian, so you get.
Is he really a Hall of Fame sword wielder? Yeah. The name of his attack was called Banquet.
Not just Banquet.
Does that scare the shit out of you, Brian?
It's also Play and the other one.
I mean, you've seen what his sword is capable of.
Didn't seem that intimidating. Looked really fun to me, actually.
What, his sword? Like his enchanted blade?
Well, what
That
about
was
the fact
wielded
that
by a complete noob?
what about the thing that where he like controls people? He controls dead people.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to do that to me, though.
Like the sword wielders were all chosen by Rokuhira, by Kunishige. So
He's gonna get redemption. I know it. I should
He's gonna
just
get a little
stop
bit of
hating.
redemption.
he could probably put in a lot of fucking work here.
I bet if he had studio headphones like you, he would never lose.
Bro,
I also-
turn up your gate.
I also have
Okay.
studio headphones.
Oh. But you don't have a heavy dude. Oh, you have the coils. Okay. All right. That's my next thing I had to get. I had to get headphones. I had
With
to have
coils?
coils. Yeah.
Yeah. They do make you powerful. They make your hearing a lot better.
It doesn't fuck up the wire that way.
No, it comes this way.
I ask questions sometimes that I wish I didn't ask. And not because I'm ashamed, but because I feel like a dumbass.
You're not a dumbass, buddy. Hey, take it easy on my friend.
Oh man, they are not about to take it easy on Uraha. I tell you that. They
No,
are
they're
going
about
to
to-
violate this nigga.
They're about to jump him.
If they actually all fight him, no way. They're gonna like one person's gonna stay and fight. Hopefully it's not Yura.
Bro, what if they all just jump him?
It was like, yo, let's fuck this nigga up right.
I mean-
oh, is that Hakurei? Yo, go get him.
I mean, this is the new era of jump where literally it's jumping people left to right. Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, this series.
No fair ones ever.
No fair ones.
This shit is like Power Rangers, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They used to set it on whoever the villain of the day was.
It was 5 of them versus
Even
one
their
guy.
robots would fucking bang on them, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm excited to see Uraha move. I didn't expect anything from him this arc because I thought he was dead, but it's good that he's back. He's doing his thing. This guy, He should have acted way sooner.
Yeah.
This guy was sweating for like 5 minutes.
Before he noticed.
Yeah. So, I wonder what this is, Are those beads?
Maybe, I think so.
That's pretty cool. I wonder if Azumi is going to come in and do stuff. Because he already has, like, his radar's going off. He's like, nobody's here yet. They probably teleported somewhere else. And then he's going to do some cool shit. But, yeah, I enjoyed this chapter a lot, too. Had a good time. I guess he was just, like, illusion-y powers with this thing. With the coin flip. But, yeah, I don't got much else to say. I suppose we could move on to the next one, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
It's called partner, but it's
Oh, whoops.
He said, "Is this ice, dickhead? Is it cold?"
Don da don da don da don da don.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Oh,
This
Brian
should
wants
be a
to-
quick one
Yeah.
since it's mostly action.
Oh my God.
So it turns out this mysterious man isn't Saint Germain,
Yeah, we were wrong on that one.
but he looks a
You
lot
also
like
said-
him.
No, I was like, are y'all sure? So I'm throwing that on y'all.
Okay, fair.
So he
Thanks for remembering, because I didn't need that validation, but I'm glad you remembered.
I don't remember. I'm just being fair.
Well, if you listen to the episode,
Okay.
So our last chapter ended with Saint Germain lookalike bowing down to
Paris Saint Germain.
Paris Saint Germain.
bowing
It's clothing
down
brand.
to Granny, and then he immediately punches her across the fucking room. And by the time she like recovers from getting hit, looks up, he's gone, and appears to the side of her and tries to axe kick her down through.
This guy
through
was
the
going
ground.
crazy.
Yeah.
He splits the ground below her, and she kind of, as she's kind of tumbling out of the way and getting back to her feet, he's already like piling in on an assault on her. And it seems as though he's striking at all of her vital spots with a lot of power. But because he's going straight for the vitals, that makes his attacks predictable. So that allows her to kind of dodge and then launch a counterattack. To which, when she strikes him, he turns into smoke, it looks like.
He's smoker.
Yeah, it's smoke.
Yeah.
It's Dandadan Smoker, and he kind of turns around and immediately fucking punches her right across the jaw,
Give her
like
a
literal
uppercut.
literal uppercut.
Smoke uppercut.
And then he does like I guess a double punch to her fucking gut, and then does like a corkscrew
Gas punch.
yeah, gas punch, punches her through a fucking pillar. And then across the entire room. And he walks over. He's like, "How splendid to think a warrior exists who could surprise me."
Fanny shot.
And Granny goes, "So you're Inera, a smoke yokai?" And he's kind of walks over and puts a foot on her boob.
He sure does.
You fucking freak.
And he goes, "Please accept your defeat. Since we've traded blows, you must understand now.
Oh, squish your titties.
You cannot win against me." And she said, and Granny goes, "Quit acting like you're some kind of warrior. Your ability is a total sham." But, and then she kicks him in the balls, and he goes, "Pig," and then does like the most extra kick that you could possibly do to somebody in that kind of
From that position, yeah. He windmill kicks her. It like
He upward windmill
upward
kicks her.
windmill.
And then she's just like floating away. And Momo hears something, and she goes, "What was that sound just now?" And I guess they're running away from the ninjas.
The fucking girl is like,
Yeah, Vamola.
what is that sound too? She's like, what's that other sound? Because this girl's turned into a fucking pixie.
And Momo goes, "Granny, please be okay." And then it immediately cuts to her
Death.
not being okay. She has blood running out of her fucking nose onto her neck. She's sprawled out on the ground. and Smoke Guy stands on top of her, and he
Nigga
goes,
does the Dr. Doom foot dive.
"Yeah, he does." He goes foot dive, and he goes, "How incredible! If you would simply accept defeat, there would be no need for to suffer like this. I envy your spirit. From a biological standpoint, it is contradictory to not fear death. I expect that the moment you have a physical body, you can't escape the act of living. Let's try an experiment. If I destroy your body enough, can I also destroy your conviction?"
He's literally stepping on her ribs.
So when he said he had said something, you're biological. What he said from a biological standpoint, I thought he was gonna say you have massive boobs. I'm in full Gooner mode this episode.
Yeah, Josh
going
is
on?
Josh is gooning pretty hard.
And his torture is interrupted by an explosion inside of the room. And he kind of looks over and sees somebody dragging one of his ninjas along, and the mysterious figure goes, "What's the holdup?" And as we flip to the next page, we see Evil Eye has arrived, and he goes, "How freaking long are you gonna make me wait?" And that's the end of the chapter.
Beat the
Josh.
shit out of this smoke man. Beat
Yeah.
him. Fuck him up, Evil Eye. Use Evil Eye beam. Right? That's a.
Did he do that?
Did he shoot a beam out of his
Evil
eye?
gun, I think, or something like that. Evil.
He does like a
beam?
Kamehameha. That's the
Yeah,
evil
I think
gun.
it's called Evil Gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like in the evil form, not like not the regular form when he does that spirit gun. That's different. or
Yeah,
whatever.
I don't know if he shoots a beam from his eye.
I think I made that up. He uses a kickball, I think, or something.
that
Or
was
is
just
that
for one
Yu Yu
fight.
Hakusho?
No, that was just for one fight when he first fought Okarun.
Oh.
What did you think, Josh?
Man, I didn't think I was gonna see Granny get her ass whooped like that. It's not that she hasn't lost before, but she got washed.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Yeah.
She doesn't have hockey.
No, she doesn't have any type. She
No,
doesn't
no
have
hockey.
super soldier syndrome, no hockey, no cursed energy. She nothing like that. So
I mean, she's got a little something. Maybe she survived this ass whooping.
she survived it.
Yeah.
She has natural
does
durability.
She get ass whooping of the week.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. She sure
Yeah.
does.
Wait.
Do you know what it's called?
Yeah, it's find slumber. It'll be there.
Slumber. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, she got
from the second page. The cannon he shot out of to fucking hit her. Like, and I didn't even notice in the beginning, but he was showing his smoke hand from the jump.
Yeah.
But I bet you if she had sea prism stone, this wouldn't have been an issue.
No, it wouldn't have been a problem.
I want to be clear, Brian, just in case I didn't get this across before. You can't cancel out paramecia people with hockey. Only Logias.
No.
So
That's
for
not true.
example,
No,
when
that's not true.
No, when Mihawk was fighting against Buggy, he used hockey on his sword,
Well-
chopped Buggy up, and he was fine.
Well, Buggy actually split himself in half in the last minute.
oh wow.
Mihawk's sword is constantly imbued in hockey.
That's
why
he
it's-
wasn't cutting.
that's
didn't
why
he
it's black.
Cut him up into a bunch of pieces at one point.
I don't remember. Did that happen?
Yes.
I remember that Luffy brought him down, and he got cut. It looked like he got cut in half.
He got sliced into a bunch of pieces. Like he got slashed a bunch.
Oh, I wonder why that
And-
was.
That was by Mihawk.
Interesting. Maybe Mihawk turned off his hockey for that one.
We'll need
Yeah,
to do
it's not
research.
about. And even the funny thing is with Treble, whatever. I'm not gonna get into One Piece. This is fucking Dandadan. Jesus Christ. Anyway, yeah, I was wrong. I thought this was Paris
I
Saint
sure
Germain.
was. I was wrong
Right.
for sure.
You thought that was the vampire guy, but he was telling people. I mean, the other guy dressed similar to him, very like vampire-y, and he has the
Yeah,
same.
no, he looked just like him.
He does look just like him. That can't be a coincidence.
Yeah, it was just we were wrong.
I think he might be Saint Germain, but he's using the because she doesn't know who Saint Germain looks like, right?
No.
She probably just assumes that this is the smoke monster.
Maybe I just need to see Saint Germain again and
Yeah, I'm
feel
looking at him
stupid.
right now. He does look very similar.
They're the same people.
No,
bro.
they're not. They're not. They're different.
Why would the author of Dandadan do that? Why would he create two equally similar villains?
I guess they do look a little different now that I look at them, but they do look similar enough
Yeah, they
Where-
have a lot of similarities, but
where
they're
I don't
not.
feel particularly dumb for getting that wrong, but I feel somewhat dumb. Were those all your thoughts?
Yeah, looking forward to the fight next week.
Yeah, I mean, this was a big old action chapter. I mean, I'll give it to Granny. She's like really, she kept fighting. I mean, she didn't go down
She
like a
definitely
bitch.
ain't give up.
She
Part of the
took,
war in the Bronx.
she literally like was getting her ass beat for 17, 18 pages before Evil Eye came in. You know, that's not nothing. She hung in there.
Yeah, she's a tank.
Yeah, she hung in there like a soldier. She got titty pressed twice.
Twice.
Yeah, so it's like rough.
She was feeding this guy.
She was feeding.
This is feeding?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she just kept getting washed. She tried a little bit. and then it was
Evil
better.
Eye came in and is like, this fucking int is no good.
Yes. Well,
This
no, he was like, "Are
filthy
you
inter."
inting? Are you inting?" And she's like, "No, I'm dead. I'm just not that good." That's how I tell people. You throwing like guys. I'm
suck.
trying my best right now. I don't know what
just
the
suck,
fuck
guys.
you want me to do. Like,
Yeah, I enjoyed this chapter. I'm excited to see Gigi go at it. I don't know how he's gonna win. How's he? Unless he had the Evil Eye also has hockey, but yeah, those are all my thoughts. Brian, what do you think?
Pretty simple, cool action chapter. There were a lot of cool shots here and there of this and what's his name? Anera.
Anera, yeah.
he was aura farming for sure.
He was aura farming, yeah.
When he did the flip dive, like the straight body,
yeah.
that was he was stunting with that one.
Yeah, he was swagging out.
He was swagging. Yeah, he knew he had the.
He was
bag
swagging
at that
out
point.
with like zero restrictions. You know how when like you're playing against somebody who in Smash who's like marginally worse than you, so you're just like, oh, let me just start.
And he started doing options like these YOLO options.
Let me just get a little saucy real quick. Let me go for spikes only. That's what he was doing.
Yeah, that was the spike he went for just now.
Yeah.
He got the sour spot though. So he didn't get to pop off like he wanted to. And now Evil Eye came to save her from the Wombo combo.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have much else to say. It was a pretty decent action chapter. Not
Do y'all
even
know
anything
what
to
I
really
mean
laugh about.
when I say Paris Saint Germain? You know what that is, right? It's a clothing brand.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Really, really fancy.
I didn't know.
Nope, never heard of it.
You're gonna pull that up right now?
Yeah, why y'all talking?
Okay. Well, I also don't have any thoughts. So you know,
Head empty.
yeah, head empty, dog.
Head empty.
But yeah, that was Dandadan, and I suppose that's our show, right? Hell
Yeah, fuck. What I said I was looking up?
Paris Saint Germain. Thank you guys so much for listening. You can find me at the Chris Espinal on Twitter and Instagram. Josh is at JDCole_37 on Instagram, at New Gem City Josh on Twitter. Brian is at B.ESP on Twitter and Instagram. Catch him when he's streaming at twitch.tv/It's Punchline. Subscribe to the podcast anywhere you listen to podcasts.
It's a soccer club. It's a football club. It's for Paris Saint Germain. I don't.
Damn. And you
thought-
thought it was a clothing brand.
I thought Saint Germain
Get a
was
load
like.
of this guy.
Yep, I'm lacking.
Fraud watch.
Damn, dude, we caught you lacking.
Fraud watch.
Fraud what? All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. We will see you guys next week. We'll try to do these live ones a little more often. This was fun. Bye, everybody.
Peace.